Hey guys, good morning. Today in our journals, we are going to continue our note taking for how to order decimals. Inside of your notes, I would like you to write this example down. You have 6/10 is equal to 60 hundredths in pink. Write that down. Then also write down your decimal place in 0 and 6. This is called 6 hundredths is equal to 6 hundredths. And then the last one in orange, I want you to write it down too. You have decimal place, a 1, and a 6, making 16 hundredths is equal to 16 hundredths as fractions. When ordering decimals, think about equivalent fractions when ordering tenths and hundredths. So remember, we're looking at the largest place value first, and we will move from left to right. So this example is the one that I would like you to write down, and underneath it, I would like you to write the words that it says there, least and greatest. Your least number is 6 hundredths. 6 hundredths. So write you a decimal place, a 0, and a 6 for 6 hundredths. The middle number is 16 hundredths. So decimal place, 1 and a 6. And your greatest number is 6 tenths, or if you write it as 60 hundredths, it's the same thing, 6 tenths. So write your least and your greatest. We're going to practice a few ordering them. Follow along with me. So pause the video here and make sure you get this notes taken down in your journals. Okay, so we're going to practice one, and you're going to write these in your notes as well. So as I'm looking, I have 2 tenths, I have 12 hundredths, and 2 hundredths. So I'm looking to see which number has a smallest value in the tenths place. So the smallest value I see here is a 0. So I'm going to click this one. So I'm looking here, and again, I'm going to drag it. It's supposed to drag. There it goes. So this one is my biggest. I'm going to move it on up. Here we go. There's my least. And my one in the middle is this one. So in your notes, I'd like you to write this one down as well. We have 2 hundredths, we have 12 hundredths, and we have 2 tenths. So I looked in the value in the tens place to put them in order from least to greatest. So make sure you pause the video here, write your word least, write your word greatest, and write these values as you see them below. Okay, we're going to do one more before you guys start practicing some on your own. Again, we are reviewing, comparing, and ordering numbers from least to greatest. You can also do it greatest to least. Okay, here we go again. So our least to greatest, I'm looking in the tens place. I have a 3, I have a 4, and I have a 4. So now I know that 3 is less than 4. So this one right here, 34 hundredths is your least. So write that one first. 34 hundredths. And then these two have the same number. Remember, 4 tenths is the same as 40 hundredths. So 40 is less than 43. So this one right here is going to be my one that is in the middle here. Write that one. 4 tenths or 40 hundredths. And then your greatest one is this one right here. So go ahead and write these down. Pause the video here. Write 34 hundredths, 4 tenths or 40 hundredths, and 43 hundredths, least to greatest. Okay, so now we are going to switch on over to comparing. So we just practiced a few, writing them down in your journals, ordering them in order from least to greatest. Now we're going to switch on over to our comparing, which is looking at two numbers and seeing which one is greater than, less than, or equal to. We're just going to write a few of those down as well. So here we are comparing. Remember, comparing is when you just have two numbers and you're looking if they are greater than, less than, or equal to as the sentence. So write this first one down, 65 hundredths. And then we're going to move our greater than, less than, equal to. You'll write it down in it. And then also write down your 8 tenths. Remember, this could read 80 hundredths as well. So when you're comparing, you start in the place value that is furthest to the left and you move right. So we are looking at a 6 and an 8. And I know that 6 is less than 8. So I am going to go ahead and move that gator in. So write this one down. 65 hundredths is less than 8 tenths. Pause the video and write that one down. And here, let's do another one. All right, so here we have 3 tenths and we have 27 hundredths. I know that 3 is greater than my 2, so therefore our gator eats the greater number. And we'll do one more. Write these down. 3 tenths is greater than 27 hundredths. And last one, you have 9 tenths and 90 hundredths. Now, if I added a 0 here, they would be exactly the same. They look different, but they actually equal exactly the same amount. So therefore, that is our equal sign. 9 tenths is equal to 90 hundredths. Okay, so now we're going to move to our guided practice. So we are going to keep our journals out in case you need notes, but make sure you have this last one written down. And I'll see you on the guided practice.